Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is a very interesting type of video. So, you know, when I started the site, or in general, when you do anything, you never realize the effect that you're having on people. You don't really know until you actually get emails or you run into people and see how you've done something to influence them or to make them happy or to give them direction. Sure, you get, you know, there's those haters that leave negative comments that tell you you're the worst thing ever, that you're using people, and they say all of the negative things that haters tend to do because that's their job. They just can't see it. They just hate. So they dislike things and they leave terrible comments and they make fun of people and they rip on people. Sure, I get that, but you know what? I ignore it. And you get those positive emails often that make it all worthwhile, that bring it all back to something more important than somebody not liking your raw edit or not liking decisions that you make or things that you do. So when I started the site, I never realized the effect that certain people, a certain age group, would have on these by these videos. And a lot of people started sending in comments that their kids would sit and watch the videos because the intro was so interesting. They would sit there and bop their heads. They would sit there and say FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. You don't know how that happened right off the bat. I was getting tons of emails saying, I watched this with my kid. He's 2-3 years old and he's repeating everything you say. I never knew. Maybe it's the cushy hair when it's up that makes me look like a cartoon character that these kids are just drawn to, and the beat of the music and the catch phrases of the FroKnowsPhoto. You know, it's very cartoonish and the kids are drawn to it. But I just got an email, and he also posted this in the forum, and I thought I would share it with you to show you, just tell you, read what was said and just bring light to the fact that something very, very good is happening here. And let's read this post. It's from Big Pete. It says, first, let me put on some glasses because that makes it easier to read even though it's 8 million times bigger. First, let me say sorry to the Fro. I sent him an email in the wrong segment, whatever. He sent me an email. I actually did get it today. It says, hi, Jared. May I just say thanks for all the work you do with your site and videos on YouTube. The reason I send this email is to say a big thanks for the influence you have made on me, and more importantly, my son Nathan, who is 6 years old. He is a special needs child and has a lot of difficulties in learning, and it is said that he has a mental ability of a 3-year-old. But he watches your videos all the time with his little camera, or his little camera never leaves his side, and has entered loads of competitions at school and won some, and now got his first picture in the local city museum art show, subject nature. And like I said, with him being a special needs child, they are gifted in different ways and been told by specialists and doctors that this is where he puts his time into. But the funny thing is, whenever he gets asked about his photos, he always starts the saying with Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya! Very, very loud. Then I have to explain to people on the influence you have on him. So this is me just saying a big thank you for the influence you have made to him, and we both love your shows. P. Greenfield, signing off. See ya. Yeah, so I paraphrased some of that, but I sent him an email again to ask, what does his son have, or what are the issues? And they said that it's kind of slow learning, and the brain is wired a certain way that it makes certain things difficult. But he said that the doctor said that when children like Nathan have this disorder or whatever they have, they can hyper focus on certain things and be very, very good at it. And it seems that he can be hyper focused on learning photography and seeing things that other people or other children his age may never even see. So he focuses on things. He said, like on a tree, he may focus in on the bark and capture a certain image that he didn't even see. And so his hyper focus is on photography and his Xbox. And he said that it doesn't show up in drawing, it doesn't show up in art, it's photography and his Xbox. And it's amazing, like I said earlier, you never know how what you go out there and create will affect somebody. And you never know with your photography what you're going to capture out there and how that's going to affect somebody in the long run. You really don't know how somebody is going to see an image you take. They may perceive that as being the reason that they go on with living. I took a picture a long time ago of a microphone with on stage bathed in purple and pink lights, and it was up for auction, and this couple bought it, and they both were laid off. They both just got laid off, and they saw the image as hope. That's how they saw the image. I saw it as a really cool shot of a microphone with light and everything, and they saw it as, you know what, we may have lost our jobs, but this is telling me that we can go on and make something of this, and that's why we wanted to get this picture. So, you know, the whole reason to this video is just, you know, the positives are so important. You know, comments are great, but if they have no redeeming value and no corrective criticism, or they don't give you direction, then, you know, you just forget negative comments. You know, people are going to rip, and they're going to hate, and they're going to send in more hate, and they're going to tell you how bad you are and how you should quit and you're no good and you're not this. You know what? That's because that's how they are. They're taking out on you how they actually feel about themselves, and you don't need to lower yourself to that. So, you know, just stay positive and look at things like Nathan here and see how amazing that is, that he may be developmentally challenged in certain areas, which he's getting help for, which hopefully, you know, get with the doctor's help, he can, you know, keep advancing. But he's got a special gift, and, you know, getting an email like this means a lot, and it makes the site feel that great when I get a message like this and positive emails about how something I never thought would influence somebody really, really did. And the kids, I mean, the kids, man, they always say the children are the future, but, you know, the kids sitting here and watching with the parents, well, that's great for the parents. That's great for the kids. They're doing something together. So I've gotten an email. I don't remember their names right now, but I believe it was a father-son. They sent me a video that they choreographed very well, where they thanked me, and they both walked in with different intros, and it was great. That meant a lot. You know, and I send this stuff to my dad, and he's very proud of the fact that people send this stuff in about things that I create. And as a community, we're all learning together, and that's what, you know, messages like this are all about. People sharing their experiences, helping each other learn, staying as positive as possible, and finding, you know, the positives in negatives sometimes, and turning it around and making something of it. So here Nathan has a gift of photography, and that's something that we should all help him groom and work with and make it better, because that's what he's good at, and that's what he puts his focus into. So, you know, I said to his father here that I'm going to send him out a care package. As much as he says he wants to, you know, help support the site, I'm still going to send them, you know, Nathan out a hat, send him a shirt, some lens cloths for his camera, and that's on me, because that just, he needs it, he can use it, and it's a good thing, and it's paying it forward. You do something good for others, they turn around and they do something for you, but don't expect something always in return. Just constantly do better. My mom always said that, you know, just help somebody. If they're in need, just help them. So, you know, that's about it. I just wanted to share this email, share the positive nature that's there, and just say, you know, don't worry about the haters out there, because they're haters, and that's, if you just remember that's what they are. Sure, they may change one day, but you know what? They hate, and, you know, hate's no thing to have. Be positive. So Nathan, this video is for you. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.